Alright, welcome to After Hours Gaming League. This is game 2 of the 2014 season. We have, let's see, Curse Occult versus Team LawKing.net. This is, we're already into the picks and bans now. Bans are out. Leona, very strong support right now. Gonna get rid of that. Yasuo, Kassadin are classic bans. And they're gonna first pick Jinx for Curse. She's been a very popular AD carry in the past 3 or 4 months. She's really versatile and can be used in all sorts of lanes. LawKing, looking at Ashe Thresh. The utility out of the Ashe arrow initiation at level 6 can make that a pretty dangerous lane for Jinx. So we'll see. I'm gonna answer back with a jungler and a top laner. Alright, so we're going to see a Mundo Shyvana matchup top lane, probably. They both seem like they're holding off their mid picks. And a jungler, at least. Classic. Okay, support and mid lane are left for Curse. Just have to lock in that Elise. Gotta make up their mind. There we go. Sona support. And what will the mid be? We've got good dive right now, but pretty non-existent peel. So if Mundo or Elise decides to just run past the Curse front line to get to Jinx, I don't have a whole lot to deal with it outside of a Sona ult. And if Sona is not the target of the Ashe arrow at level 6, then she can answer back with her power chord stun, or crescendo stun. Morgana mid lane. That, alright, I was gonna be pretty pleased with that because clever use of Black Shield against the Enchanted Crystal Arrow from Ashe would have completely erased most of the engage potential from LawKing. But next to that, we'll just go for Lux. And looks like they're gonna try a Ahri mid lane. Ahri hasn't seen much play at all in any level, either in the pro scene or in lower amateur leagues and platinum through silver that I've seen ever since they nerfed her following the season 3 worlds. Just dropped her off the face of the map entirely. Alright, the trade's coming out. Jinx looks like should be running Cleanse to mitigate the huge threat of that level 6 out of Ashe. And then Ignites across the board, including on Sona. So it looks like they're going to get aggressive and try to poke, because they have Sustain, pretty good poke with rockets and Sona power chords, and the Hymn of Valor and whatnot. No regen over here between Thresh and Ashe, so if they get play the early poke well, they can just zone them out of farm after level 3 or so. Typical teleport on Mundo, so that could be used to make aggressive plays on early dragons, but potentially at the expense of the top tower. That'll depend an awful lot on what the lane equilibrium ends up being between Shyvana and Mundo. The better Mundo does, the more likely he'll be able to use teleport and make something happen. Alright, and we're now into the delay. Let's check. I want to check some masteries here on Thresh. 15, 14. Extra gold. Some resistances. Sona. Running all utility with 9. Lux. Running ability power, magic pin, ability power, armor. No magic resist at all. Just yellow armors and then a flat AP across the rest of the spectrum. That's... We'll see some aggressive play out of Lux this game. RE. Whoops, wrong button. It's running some magic pin, some armor pin. Yeah, I got some hybrid points. So Ari's looking to play with auto attacks, which will put her in range of Lux. Pretty much anything Lux wants to do. Running some armor, running some magic resist, running some ability power. Just standard balanced rune setup of Ari. I didn't look at runes for Sona. Running extra gold, extra health? Health threads, armor, magic resist. Interesting. Gold and health. Unconventional, but that's what makes it fun and interesting. Running armor, health, armor, magic resist. So heavy armor on Thresh with some health points. Seems like smart play to me. Shyvana running lifesteal, attack damage, armor, magic resist. Mundo, move speed, AD, armor, magic resist. So the lifesteal, might be able to do something. Mundo's already got a pretty weak early game, but lifesteal's still not going to be enough to keep Shyvana sustained in that top lane for long periods of time unless she picks up an advantage quickly. Past level 11 or so. We got the new Heartseeker Ash skin on display. Skins across the board. Curse not really picking up their end of the bargain here. Alright, here we go. Let's rearrange these real quick here. Alright. Coin starts on both supports. Dorans. Just identical items across the board. All trinkets. Here we go. Got Law Kings fanning out, just providing a solid line of defense across their entire jungle here. Curse is a little bit slower, but doing the same. Looks like both junglers are looking to start at their blue buffs.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Alright, we see Thresh recalling. Nope. Cancelled. Nothing to see there. Alright, nobody's interested in early aggression, so junglers off, taking their buffs. Everybody's out the lane. Let's see. I've already seen one trinket used by Elise here to ward out this river in case it invades. Probably won't get them much. Looks like Sona wanted to get some poke in there. Ended up taking more damage than she traded out. Poke in the mid lane. It's pretty even. They both traded on about 150 HP. Curse is already aggressively pushing. They're going to get level 2 here pretty soon. That's not a huge power point for Sona or for Jinx though, so I'm not going to expect to see much off of that. Top lane, Shyvana pushing pretty aggressively. Both of them just hit level 2. Shyvana's probably going to go ward. Yes, it is a good top laner. And Elise finished her red buff and is now going to look like she's going to pick on Lux a little bit. Lux is pushed up pretty far, does not have any wards, and here comes the gank. Repel over the and flashed away from the charm. Cocoon misses, and they've forced out Lux's flash and taken about half her life. Wukong gonna try for a counter gank maybe, but Ahri is not pushed up as far. So coming with and nothing to get, nothing to be had there. Looks like Elise is gonna try for this again. Repelled a minion, charm lands that time, and that will be the end of Lux. Good clean clink, good play, good thinking out of Elise to capitalize on the flash being on cooldown. Now the trinket that Shyvana placed is already expired, so she doesn't have vision of this incoming gank either. Let's see if the cocoon will land. There it goes. That's probably okay. That's a flash. Good ganks out of this Elise so far. Very, very impactful. And she's just gonna wait in that bush. That's another flash she put on cooldown, so as long as she sticks around, she can keep making things happen. As another cocoon lands, and Mundo's gonna dive for it. She's taking the tower. At least gonna try to flash, finish off. Tank, how many tower shots can you take? And barely gets out alive. One more shot would have been the end of her. Lux is running up here trying to pick up A little bit of leftovers, but there's not going to be anything for her to get. Meanwhile, it looks like the cursed bot lane has recalled. And Ash is just left to free farm. And now that they've farmed an extra wave, they're ready to go back and buy as well. Got a Vamp Scepter picked up on Jinx. Mundo on that, just on that assist money and farm, he's already got himself a Chain Vest. Ari already picked herself up the Phoenix Codex. Power Spike's starting to hit off of this jungle pressure. Looks like Elise is ready to rotate into the bot lane, trying to make something happen down here. Found success everywhere she's gone so far. Just gonna wait in that lane bush. We'll see. This has the potential to be a pretty big waste of time or be a big double kill payoff. We'll see how this works out. Top lane, we'll see Shyvana just pushing hard. That's just what she's going to try to do. Get that minion wave underneath the turret, make it hard for Mundo to farm. Alright. Here's the gank. No repel yet. Cocoon lands on Sona under the tower. She gets hooked into the Jinx trap. No, she managed to sidestep. No, right. And Jinx managed to turn around and pick up a kill instead. At least stepped just a little too far close. And Wukong's here for the counter gank. He gets flayed away from that Nimbus strike. So the other two of them will be safe for now. The Law King has a slight gold advantage now, but that kill onto their AD carry from that jungler gave helped stem the momentum that was starting to swing pretty heavily. Alright, so the second blue buff is going to go down, and it seems like Ari is not going to come pick it up. That blue buff is for Elise. Law King also has put down a pink ward here in the river, so they're we've got a pink ward from Curse in the top lane. Alright, both the junglers look like they've been satisfied with this early round of ganks. They're just going to go back to clearing their buffs once again. Here's the second blue buff for Curse. This one is going to go to their mid laner because Lux is low on mana. He's having some trouble against Ari. That's fair. Wukong's low, so they'll have to go back after this camp. Elise, healthy, double buffed, walking right over a ward, but looking for something top here. Shyvana immediately stepping back. Good map awareness. Immediate pings, very good. But she's not going to give up. She's going to come in for a lane gank. Sneaking into the bush, waiting for something to happen. If she steps too close, you'll see that repel. Oh, there's the cocoon. Perfect. Into Spider Farm. Uses the Dragon's Descent to get away. She's got her speed buffs on. She's going to make it to the tower. It'll be alright. Alright. Mundo is going to find that pink ward and clear that out. So, they might have forced out the ultimate and got a little bit better control of the map down there. Sona trying to clear some pink wards, but she is getting collapsed on real hard. She has to flash over the wall to get away from the charm. Thresh Hook comes in, grabs the clone. Wukong ult comes out on top of Elise. Lux ult almost finishes off Ari. Thresh is running. The Shyvana is teleporting in. Oh, Shyvana switched to teleport? What? I should have kept up with that. It looks like they're not going to be able to pick up any kills, but that is a big enough advantage that they should be able to take this dragon. There we go. Dragon on dragon action. It's going to be a good gold pickup for this, and after they finish it off, they will have the gold lead back. Mundo's taking all this time to just sit here and beat on that top tower. He's cutting it down to half. Shyvana's recalling. I have to get back up there as fast as possible. Right now, she doesn't even have boots, so it's going to take a little bit. Speaking of items, both supports upgrade to Sightstone first thing. Got both 80 carries with the Vamp Scepter, but Ashe, even though they're even on farm, she's gone back more recently, picked up boots. Jinx is looking to buy. She's got a BF sword ready to go. Another gank coming in from the Repel. Cocoon doesn't land. Ahri's ulting in. Charm lands, and that's the end of Lux. So, oh wow, the Needless Stealer's Rod already on Ahri, and before that kill even came out. This Ahri could be a really big problem for Curse. Been putting pretty good pressure on this mid tower even before the kills that she's been picking up with the help of Elise. About Shyvana roaming around the mid lane, trying to spread pressure out across the map. She's been spotted out by the ward in that bush there, so Ahri knows better. Well, or does she? She's not paying attention. She's caught up. She had to flash. She does not have that ult up right now. Oh, they're diving this hard. Wukong's gonna have to... Wukong died but left his clone behind. They're trying desperately to convert some of these kills. They did pick up Ahri. Almost got Elise with a Mega Death Rocket, but just not meant to happen, and Shyvana is gonna fall to Thresh. So that's a 1 for 2 in LawPro's favor. Managed to pick up a kill on Lux for that, but there's a death for her grasp on Ahri. She's ready to roam and assassinate people in a single chain burst. Nobody else on the team has really reached a real power point at this point. No one on Curse, that is. Well, we have Lux with Athene's, but if she gets hit by that charm, I mean that'll just be how it ends every single time. Meanwhile, we had a Cocoon land on Sona. She's gonna use Crescendo, but it's just not gonna be enough. Counter gank comes in from Wukong. He's able to pick up one without the use of an ultimate. Jinx trying to chase. Just doesn't have the speed right now. Only has the first level boots. Shyvana trying to duel this Mundo as best she can. She's not able to out damage the Mundo ult. That's the problem with not taking Ignite against Mundo. His teleport kind of forced out they were worried they were going to lose team fights around Dragon, so they asked Shyvana to bring teleport as well. Just makes it impossible for Shyvana to win the duels in lane now when they're on even footing. So Mundo's gonna go back. He's got his Sunfire Cape now. We got another blue buff coming over to Lux. We got almost everyone on Law King just went back to buy. Got BF sword on Ashe now. We got Sona getting caught out by Thresh alone. There's nobody really nearby, so it's not going to be a big deal, but it is about a third of her life being chipped away there. So we do have Dragon coming up in a minute and 15 seconds. Lolking's been doing a good job of... Uh-oh. And Sona's flashed it away from the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, and she ignites Ash under the tower. Ash flashes away, barriers, gonna make it. The Mega Death Rocket blocked by Thresh. And that ends up just being a flash and ignite out of Sona, and a flash and barrier out of Ash. Luck's trying to come in and convert some leftovers. Gets caught out by Ahri. It's just been kill after kill after kill after kill on that Ahri. Lux have just been a feast for her. So, with that last action bot lane, we've seen, let's see, we've seen Law King pick up all 3 outer towers now. They had the mid and top one, and now they've picked up the bottom one. They are ready to start pressuring into Curse's jungle. They've already got a couple of aggressive wards set up here. One full length at the red buff, one trinket behind, and they are ready to collapse on anything in the area. Dragon is up. Curse is split, and the cocoon lands, and that's the end of Jinx. Shyvana's teleporting in behind. Mundo follows with his teleport right nearby. Ash, Sona goes down. Ash is just being dove upon by a dragon and a monkey. Elise repels out, gets away. Mundo's now in it, on top of Wukong. Shyvana is being exhausted, trying to finish off Elise. It's just not going to happen. And that is an early ace and a dragon for Law King. They're just putting together all their early advantages while controlling the map, collapsing on people when they're out of position, and with Curse going into that fight split with some of their members up here, some of their members down here, there's just no way to win a fight when they're behind like that. Alright. Curse being crushed down on pretty well here. Kind of try to move out, reclaim some of this map pressure. This map control that they've lost with the vision. Clearing out pink wards, putting down some wards of their own. Got a new one, and several bushes here. Wukong's got this red. The carries are back in bot lane, taking turns farming the wave whenever it gets up to them. And we're probably going to see Ahri's, let's see, Elise coming down to this bottom lane. Just throws a cocoon. No big deal. Ahri's picking up this blue. And they've got their whole team here. There's 5 bottom. Curse has a ward here. And they've got vision of most of them here. They're aware of it. Shyvana happy to just sit up here and push top while everyone else's time gets wasted down here in a standoff. Mundo's responding by running up there, so numbers equalize a little bit. Ash did go back to base. Almost picked up the rush with that light binding, but let's see. Shyvana just managed to finish off that turret as Mundo arrives. Mundo's just going to go aggressive on her immediately. If he keeps landing axes, he will be able to take her down. She does not have a tower to retreat to. She'll have to use Dragon's Descent to get away. There's the second axe, there's the Dragon's Descent, and he'll let it go. Meanwhile, looks like Ash got caught in the mess bot. No. But Ahri flashing away from... Thresh got caught in some nonsense bot lane. They traded out a kill for... Oh, the charm lands. The cleanse comes out immediately, but it is not soon enough. They were so close to claiming all of those, but they just split up and ran in several different directions. So, all of these inner lane towers remain fairly healthy. Loking's putting out a decent amount of pressure, but hasn't really put a whole lot of effort into taking any of these objectives since they've claimed just the outer edge of these lanes. They're now rotating through this red jungle, putting down wards, trying to reestablish that map control like I started talking about. Jinx just happily farming down here by herself, gonna eat a crystal arrow to the face. Just gonna get finished off before. No need for a charm, no need for any CC from Thresh. That's just the danger of being extended out in your lane past your towers with no, like, very little warding in your own jungle. Ahri's just gonna ult in, trying to pick up that Lux. She ulted her way into a Wukong ult, which they might actually be able to convert that. Ahri's almost gone down. Ahri's down. That's shut down going to Wukong. Elise repels in, finishes up Lux. Wukong, Shyvana, and Lux are all chasing down Elise. Ashe just dropping slow after slow after slow. Finishes off Sona and is able to retreat in the jungle. Elise managed to get away too, so that's just a difficult fight, made more difficult by the fact that their AD carry had died earlier on. The entire time Mundo was top just pressing that tower, and now they've got their first inner tower. And there's only Jinx here at this bottom tower, so they're gonna get a 2 after that fight is over with. Alright, so here's what I'm looking at here. So far, Sona has switched over to a sweeper. Thresh has an Oracle's Lens. When you are behind and you have the enemy team just walking through your jungle constantly and is catching you in your own jungle, it's time for more than just one person on your team to switch to a sweeping lens. You gotta get their wards out of your jungle, regain control of your side of the map. I mean, nobody in Curse is really participating in that kind of play, except for the usual switch out of Sona after having picked up the Sightstone. Furthermore, you can just put plenty of wards in your own jungle, but that takes more than just one person warding, and right now the only person using very many wards, Sona. So, teamfight, they've managed to pick off Bind and destroy Ahri before anything big happens. They get another grab onto Ashe. Ashe almost dead, flashes away with Ignite taking on her. Shyvana diving in, just trying to zone out Mundo. Elise gets finished off, and they're trying to chase. Not really going to catch Mundo with his ult running. So that's a minor victory for Curse there. Managed to stay grouped, grab a pick, finish them off cleanly. Unfortunately, the team fight wasn't so decisive that they actually killed more than a couple of people. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle just to get this outer turret. But good luck, so it might be able to pick up the kill after all. Also, conveniently, there was a big wave in his bot lane that picked up a second tower for him. So, a 2-tower play out of Curse there really swings the tables back and gives them another chance at this game. Still see a 7,000 gold lead in Law King's favor, but as you just saw, with a good pick, anything can happen. So they do have one ward there, so they see Ari roaming through this jungle. They might be able to create a pick. She's just warding though. She's not looking to get too aggressive. Still only Sona Sweeper on the team here. So if they want to do something about wards, they're going to have to start picking up pink wards and sweepers. Regain control of this map. It's going to be hard getting picks without clearing the enemy's wards. It's going to be a challenge. Alright, so Law King has set up some they're sweeping, they're pinking around Baron. They know that it's 25 minutes in the game. This is where Baron begins. A little bit of traded aggression, Pogue going back and forth, vying over this map control. They took out about half that pink ward. Lux almost picks up a kill off of that binding. But Thresh is going to have to recall, so this is their opportunity to really grab some map control. Mundo is pushing far out into that lane. Oh, he's got caught though. We've got a Jinx and a Wukong on top of him. He's going to have to pop his ult at the very least. Flashes over the wall. Might still be able to get away. The rest of the team is still here in the jungle, but they're not really going to put out much effort to grab him, because they've got some pressure on the spot lane. Well, Ari just ulted. Oh man. That Super Mega Death Rocket might have been able to finish off Fish Sticks there on Ashe. A very narrow call. At least just waiting in the jungle. So, until Lux comes back up, it's just going to be a bit of a farm to fill the time, a little bit of a stalemate. Looks like Ashe is intent on picking up this sizable wave in the bot lane. That's yet another opportunity for Curse to force some action. If they were all together, that is. Alright, we do see a sweeper swapped over on Wukong. They're all circling on a dragon. It's not going to be up for a minute and 40 seconds. Nobody's willing to commit. Curse doesn't really have any words down in the area, so they don't know what's coming or who's going. It's a little scary for Curse. This is all they see. Meanwhile, map control on the side of Lawpro is pretty good. Several wards deep in the jungle here allows them to be very aware of the situation. Curse has just cleared out the Baron area, and they're just going to start it up with no delay. They don't think that Lawpro has vision, and they don't at the moment. At least going to come over. They've got vision over the Lucid Singularity. She's going to repel up. That'll give her vision. There's a ward down. She's going to come back down. Ari's going to go into the pit. Enchanted Crystal Arrow lands on Shyvana. She's going to ult in over. Zonia's on Ari will keep her alive, but the fight is afoot. AoE damage going everywhere, but everyone on Curse is just falling down. The cleanse comes out on... It's just not enough. Ashe was able to stay safe at the back of that fight, and at this point she's got Last Whisper, Infinity Edge, Static Shiv, She's got crits plenty, and they really hurt. So, in a ace for locking, only not losing anyone in the process. Mundo is able to get this bottom inhibitor tower down at least, and most of the way through that inhibitor as well. And they take a mid tower. There's only 4 towers left standing for Curse on this map. Locking has a pretty solid grasp on the map control here. And it's just going to be a tooth and nail fight if Curse wants to be able to come back from this. Another sweeper comes out, this time on Shyvana. It's going to be on cooldown for a little bit. Still not very many wards coming out. They're just relying on Sona to let them see everything they need to. And that's just not going to be enough. Alright, so this is the moment. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is off cooldown. All Locking has to do, just send that down the mid lane. Doesn't matter who it really catches. That's the fight that they can force and finish the game off of it if they want to. Just depends on how confident they are. There's the arrow, straight onto Wukong. There's the Thresh Hook. The Shyvana ult to try to push it back. Zhonya's used to get out the Lux ult, and it's just a mess. Shyvana dove in, is able to get out alive. Sona's just wandering around trying to find a way to get out. She's not going to have any way out. Ashe just putting out so much damage here. They don't have any answer for an AD carry that far ahead. 8-1. Fully stacked, barely stacked, just completed Bloodthirster, not stacked at all, but just coming through that fight, full health, not a care in the world, and the surrender comes out from Curse. They know it's done. So, some really good play out of Locking, and plenty of things left to work on for Curse, and we'll see you for the next one I record.